Make a quick video about this bass bugle that I have here. I've been using it in some of my videos. This is a Getzen Deluxe, and on the bell it actually says Northern Airs on there. Now this has been modified a little bit. When I got this bugle, it didn't have a rotor valve and it was missing some parts connecting from here. As you can see, these are brass parts. These are stuff I put on. These are from trumpet and cornet parts. And then the half-step rotor on here is actually from a mellophone. So it's a little short, the half-step slide is, so the intonation is not the best right now. But I don't know if this originally was supposed to have a tuning slide or a rotor valve, but I have a rotor valve on here. And this was actually a GD bugle. I cut this tubing short. It used to go all the way to about here and here. I'll put up a picture of it so you can see. But I cut this short to change it from a GD bugle to a GF bugle. Now I believe this is a bass bugle. It plays like a baritone. I think the equivalent today would be just like a euphonium. But one of the ways you can tell is this angled lead pipe that kind of comes up at an angle by the bell is one of the defining characteristics of it. The bell is quite large, as you can see. A large bell flare, like a euphonium. There's a single valve serial number on this, 113593. Just a single regular old Getzen piston valve here. And this is not the original rotor valve. This is off a Olds mellophone, like I mentioned. I don't know if I mentioned it was an Olds or not, but way you play it, you have a little hook here for the knuckle of your index finger. And then you can put your ring finger through here for the piston valve, and then just rest your hand here for the rotor. And here's how it sounds. I'll put up a recording of some nice audio, and then I've also used it in one video so far, and hopefully soon, but this is a bit of a hodgepodge. I didn't spend too much time soldering these braces, so I just put some zip ties around there to kind of hold it in place. And I didn't shine up or polish any of this trumpet cornet parts that I threw on there. Like I said, it was, part of me feels bad for taking apart like the original charm of the instrument, like modifying it, but it wasn't original to begin with. Like I said, it was missing whatever was here. And so I don't feel bad about cutting the piston valve short to make it D, or to make it F from D. It was just sitting around collecting dust. It was not working. It was going to get scrapped for parts anyway. So modifying it actually made it useful for me. And like I said, I just could not really get much use out of the GD bugle. So when I cut this thing to F, it plays just like your standard 2-valve brass instrument, right? The piston valve is like the first valve on a regular instrument. The rotor valve is like the second valve on a regular instrument. So the only thing you have to learn is just splitting the hands to get it to work. But that's a short little video about the horn that I have been using in some of my videos now. Like I said, I believe this is a bass bugle. I don't think it's a baritone bugle. I'm pretty sure it's a bass, but feel free to correct me if I'm wrong. There you go.